This Parmesan olive bread was so delicious. I highly recommend making it. It's going to be better than anything that you can buy in the store, and definitely cheaper and definitely healthier because you can source your own ingredients. You can buy the best that you can afford. And this loaf cost me less than $2. It's really hard to beat that, even at, your grocery store. So if you don't like Parmesan or olives, leave it out. You can make plain sourdough or you can pick other ingredients. If you're more of like a sweet person, you could do cinnamon raisin. The combination is really endless here. So I made the mistake of, I really should have added these ingredients during the stretch and fold phase of this sourdough making, but this is after it fermented on my counter for about 12 hours. I think it would have worked a little bit better if I had done it during the stretch and fold phase, but honestly, this worked great and it tasted amazing. So I don't think it was that big of a deal. I've learned over the past year that sourdough, once you get the basics down, it's really not that fussy and it always turns out so good. I owe a lot of credit to Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. She has a YouTube channel and a fantastic blog. A year ago today, I promised myself that if I was going to eat bread in 2024, I was going to make it. Whether that was, a gluten-free loaf, or sourdough. And I ended up making a lot of sourdough because the whole family liked it. It lasts about a week. We don't eat a ton of bread at home, but it's great for toast. It can even be good for, a side for dinner or, whatever you want to use bread for in your house. This is after the cold ferment. So if you're familiar with sourdough, after you do like the fermentation process on your counter, you put it in the fridge in this Banneton basket for a while, and then it comes out in this beautiful shape. Here I'm scoring it. And there's so many different ways or patterns you can score. I just have like an X-Acto knife here. And I'm going to link Lisa's recipe from Farmhouse on Boone. It's called Beginner Sourdough. And she even has a link to, making your own starter if you don't have access to one. I was really lucky last year. I met a girl on Twitter, or now called X, and she happened to live near me, and she was like, oh, I'll give you some of my starter. So luckily, I have her starter that she's been taking care of for like over a decade, so it felt kind of extra special. So now this bread's cooling. I can't wait to try it. At this stage, it smelled so good. The house smelled amazing, like a bakery. And cutting into it. Again, it was quite the journey of making bread this year. Here are just a couple clips of me, learning the process and getting better each time as I tried. But really, like I said, it was pretty fail-proof, and I don't necessarily think of myself as a baker. So maybe this is your sign to try sourdough this year. It's totally worth it, and it's so, so delicious. And as someone who doesn't really tolerate gluten well, I've never had an issue with my own sourdough bread. So there's something about that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.